Freedom Writers. This film tells the story of the struggle of a female teacher who faces her students, where at that time remains a conflict of racism and strife in the USA. This story begins when a new teacher, Erin Gruwell, has a highly educated, idealistic woman teaches language and literature lessons at Woodrow Wilson High School, Long Beach, USA, in the 19th. It turns out that it's not easy being a teacher in a special class for children who are victims of fights. This class is filled by teenagers who grew up in an environment full of tension due to racial conflict. They grew up with grudge and suspicions for one another. Their psychology was formed into a hard person. She was so sad and depressed when she saw the facts that high school students in her class never got along and hated each other because of racial differences, skin tone different, which made the whole class become rowdy and mock each other for not respecting togetherness. Before class even started, students named Jamal and Andre almost got into a fight which made the class chaotic. And it's even worse when high school students dare to carry a gun in their trouser pocket, where students are always fighting, making class feel like hell. Erin has students of various races ranging from Black, Latin, and Asian. At school, students are grouped by grades, and Erin got the class where the students there had lowest grades. But Erin didn't give up and kept her spirits up, even took many groups of provisional teachers who were unable to handle the class. One night at a supermarket, when Cindy and her Asian gang were shopping there, at the same time, Eva was buying snacks at the same supermarket. There, Veko's friend Eva sees a black man named Grand Rice who beats her at school. From inside the car, Veko prepared to fire a bolt at him, but as Great Rice dodged it, the bolt missed its target and shot one of the Asians. However, because Eva was protecting her own tribe, she fabricated false testimony, which results in Grant Rice becoming the perpetrator of the shooting of Asians at the supermarket. In her anxiety and sadness, the teacher also had an idea to create a good and correct teaching method of theory for the students. The teacher also enthralls her students by asking them to do the task to write diaries telling what they feel, what they experience, what they hope for, and the teacher also introduced them to many books, including the Diary of Anne Frank, with what she wrote while surviving under the shadow of the atrocities of the Hitler regime. At first, some students denied until they finally were, and Erin did all kinds of ways to make her students realize that the fights didn't bring good results until we died. What Erin did was very useful in educating students, so that students are aware of the importance of togetherness and cohesiveness without discriminating against race or ethnicity. Unexpected. The classroom that used to be like hell is now a harmonious and lively classroom. Eventually, they can adapt to each other, keep the attitude, they become friends with each other and never had each other again until the trial. Eva clarified and said honestly that it was not Grant Rice who shot the Asian man in the supermarket, but his own friends. She is honest to brave for the truth even though she had her rights for not standing up for her rights. Erin's response to this incident was that she was very moved because her students had now turned into a good person and didn't hate. Erin's sacrifice was so great. She became a special teacher, which many things she thought for her students. The student hopes that next academic year she can still meet and be taught by Erin again. She's so inspiring. From her appreciate her students, finally her students could respect her. And one thing we have to remember is that hate only make things worse, and education is one way for us to get a better life.